Good morning all. So today we are going to learn about the sales document, and let me show the path in the SAP system how the sales document is defined. The T code to define the sales document is Vivo V8. Vivo V8 is the T code, and also I will show the path. Let me go to the SAP screen, and as you know, the configuration is SPRO, then SAP reference IMG. Then I will go to the sales document in sales and distribution. In that I will go to the sales, and in the sales document here sales document header is there and defined sales document type. So the standard sales document type for the sales order is OR. The standard sales document type for the sales order type is OR. I just enter it, and after I will select that and I copy it. Okay, copy as. I will create my own sales document type, that is LAOR. LAOR, and description is standard order lava. Standard order lava. So this is my sales document type. Now we are going to learn all these things, that is fields in the sales document. So first field is the, that is sales document category. As I told, the sales document which shows the functionality, right? Which shows the functionality of the document. It represents the functionality of the document. In the first session itself I told you it represents the functionality of document. So here the sales document category which represent the functionality of document. Just let me click on the search. If inquiry is there, then the sales document category is supposed to be A. If quotation is there, then sales document category as a B. If sales order is there, then sales document category is the C. So because of that, it shows the sales document category as a C. Then let me open one more screen. I will show you. Vivo V8 is the T code to define the sales document type. Here inquiry, I will select inquiry, then quotation QT is there, quotation QT is there, then sales order, that is OR. I will select this document type, okay, and I will go to the detail. If you see here, what is the sales document category? A. If I go to the next, what is the quotation? That is for the quotation, sales document category is the B. And if you go into the C, then quotation sales document category is the C. You may get the interview question, how we differentiate among the sales document type. How we will differentiate the sales document, whether it is inquiry, quotation, or sales order. Then your answer should be based on the sales document category. Based on the sales document category. Then we have the functionality, that sales document block. Okay, so let me sales document block. What is meant by sales document block? Yes, first of all, what sales document I have created, that is LAOR. Let me go into the detail. The second field is a sales document type. If we want to block that sales document, let's say our Lava mobile is there, that is Lava mobile 3G mobile is there. Right now the 3G mobile, for that purpose we have used the sales document type as a sales document type LAOR. And let's say that 3G mobile is completely outdated and we don't want to sell again, okay, and business is decided that by using that LAOR we should not be place the order. At that time the sales document block will be happen. So let me go. What I will do, I will no block, only automatic creation allowed, that is for the rebate, and the sales document type is block. So I will block that document and I save the details. Okay, I am saving in the sales document, and I will try to create the one document. Okay, one sales order. So it's loading. As we are creating first time, because of that it's taking the time. And one more thing guys, I just this is the table. I noted down. This table is very important. Okay, these are table. We will go in that table one by one. Okay, and continue it. Okay, so I block that document, and before that I just want to go with that table. So what are the table? T184. So I will copy that table and show you what is the functionality of that table. What is the T code to display the table? What is the T code to display the table? SC16N. Okay, and that table I will put here. Here there is a space. So what is that table? Sales document item category determination. We are going to learn this item category determination in upcoming days. Next table is the TVAKZ. TVAKZ. I just put the table here. And enter it. So what is the table? Sales document allowed order types per sales organization. So this is the table in that how which document type are allowed, okay, for that sales organization, like sales organization, distribution channel and division. Okay, then we have the new next table, that is TVASP. 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 So this is sales document blocking reason. So what is the reason we block that sales document? Okay, then the next table is the TVCPA. 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 This table is for the copying control. That also we are going to learn in the upcoming days. Next table is the TVCPF. TVCPF. This table is also for the copying control. That also we are going to learn in the upcoming days. Then TVCPL. TVCPL. This is also copy control for the deliveries. So these are the important table. You should be keep in mind. As of now, it is not necessary to remember this table, but these table are very helpful in the real time. These table are the very important in the real time. Okay, so right now I have created the sales document. Okay, and let me go to create the sales order, that is /n VA01, and order type is what is order type of LAOR. Okay, LAOR is our order type, and our sales organization LA, VA, then distribution channel is LA, and division is the LA, and press enter. What is here? He is saying sales order type LAOR is blocking for the processing. You know guys, what is the control now? If you see here that document is blocked. Because of that, it is not allowing us to create the sales document. So likewise you have to be remember the functionality, I mean, of that particular field. Okay, just I will, it's not required, we require that document, so that's why I'm removing that block and saving the details. Then next is the indicator. Okay, so in the indicator, which is only used for the invoice correction. Okay, it is probably used for the invoice correction. If you see, that is correction of some consignment issue external, that is called as invoice correction. Let me open invoice correction. What is the sales document type for the invoice correction? We already know, that is here, invoice correction request, that is RK. Let me search for the RK. I will select and go to the detail. Here indicator is there for the inquiry, that it is not there. If you check quotation, the indicator is not there. And if you check invoice correction, only for the invoice correction it is there. Okay, invoice correction request. So for invoice correction request only it is applicable. Okay, then on standard order is also not there. Then come to the number range. As we learn in the SAP customer master, we have the, for the customer master, internal number range and the external number range. Here number range internal assignment is 01 and for the external assignment it is the 02. Let me go to the SPRO path and show you how it works. /n SPRO, enter SAP reference IMG, go to the sales and distribution, then go to the sales document, header, and here define, you just define order, define number range. Okay, define number range, go to the interval. If you see here number range, what number range we assigned in for the sales document? If you see here, for the internal number range internal assignment, that is 01. Okay, 01 is there. Here it is not tick, right? Here it is not tick, because of that it is the internal assignment. And what is the current status is going on? 20,462. And what is the external number range? Number range external, that is 02. Let me find here 02. It is present or not, I don't know. Zero two. Guys, somehow it is not there. Might be someone is system issue or all. But if external number is there, external number range means if we are defining our own, then that tick mark will be there. Okay, so you got the difference between internal number range and external number range. If the external number is not tick, it means that is the internal sales order, and if it is tick, it means that is the external sales order. So this is the importance of that internal number range and external number range. Then one more thing is that, like item number increment. I will show you, that is internal number range example here, how the sales order is created automatically. So for that purpose I will take one sales order. Right now the number status is, what is the number status is going on? 20462. Okay, 20462. What is the T code to create the sales order? That is VA01. Then order type I will select let me find /n VA01. what I will do, I will check at table level /n SC16N. What is the table for the sales document header data? That is VBAK. And control F. What is the sales organization field name? That is VKORG. If I put that, then it will directly go to the VKORG. And control F, ERDAT. Okay, that is created on. I will select for today's date, like for this month 1/6/27, and I will check the record. So today is 17th. So let me check. I will take this example 20462. 20462, that is the right now the number status. And I will go to the, I will open one more screen. What is T code to display the sales order? That is VA03. Okay, and I will put that sales order and display it. Okay, now I am just trying to create the one more sales order. To create the sales order, the T code is VA01. Sales document type is the OR. For practice purpose I am taking this. The sales organization is AS02. Let's say division is, I am taking the reference of this sales order, guys. If you go here, if you see that sales area, that is sales organization, distribution channel, division, because in my case there is some technical issue, because of that I am not taking that. Okay, and distribution channel, that is the AM. Okay, here if you see, here sales order number is 20462, and right now whether I am putting here sales order number, I am not putting. Just press it. I will take the appropriate sales area, that is AS02, because that is required for me. Incoterm, payment term, whatever the mandatory field, that automatically that cursor is supposed to be go there, and I am putting that sales order, that is material number. Okay, so guys, here whether I am putting that sales order number, let me check whether it in completion log, if anything is missing. Okay, so guys, gross weight and net weight is missing. Complete data, again complete data. What will the gross weight? Let's say 200 kg, and net weight is 175 kg, and go ahead. Okay, now the document is complete. Okay, there is no any error. I will save the material, that sales order. So what is my new sales order? 20465. Okay, what is my new sales order? 20465, and it is automatically created. It means that internally created. Okay, and if you see 20465, I will go to the number range. So sales order is start from 1, and it is 1 to 2 lakh, that is 1,99,999. So within that range, right now 20465 is there. Okay, if I go back and again check, right now 20465, because it is internally created. And if you go to the control in the sales document type, here number range internal assignment for the sales order is 01, and if you go to the number range, that is 01. Because of that material, that is sales order is creating automatically, and it take the number range internally. Okay, got it, guys?
Okay, sir, got it.
Yeah. Then item number increment, here 10. Now item number increment is the 10. Let me go to the again in the sales order, and what I will do, I will go to the in change mode /n VA02. Okay, right now I am going to the change of the sales order, and that sales order I recently created 20465. Just press enter, and now I want to edit that sales order number. Okay guys, just check here 10 is there. I will copy one more material, that is 1 kg, and I enter it. Okay, so what number is come here? 20. Why 20 is came? There should become 11 na, 11, then 12, 13, 14. Why it is not come? Because here control is in the sales document type. In the sales document type, item number increment, that item number should be increased by 10. Okay, what I will do, I will go to the I will go to the change mode. Okay, I will go to the our sales order, like here I will give the reference of this, that is the 10. Let me try to create the sales order /n VA01. Now I will try to take my own sales order number, that is LAOR, then LAVA, LA, okay, and hit enter. Okay, I go inside it, and I will put my order customer as this, and my sales area is LAVA. I will put the input term and all. Now I will put the material number here. Material number, let me take my own material number. Okay, now the item is 10. Okay, again I will put one more material number. Now it's 20, so it is increasing from 10 by 10. Now I will go to the sales document, and here I will put as 100. Okay, and save it. Again I will go to the sales order. Okay, it's still taking 30 because we are inside that order only. So I will go back, and I will again create the sales order. Input term, whatever the mandatory field is there, that I will take. Now I will put my material. Okay, still it is not taking. Let me go completely back. VA01, whether we save that data. Yeah, it's already saved. Now there should be not issue, I believe so. Yeah, check guys, how the number increment is coming right now. 100. I will take one more material. Okay, that is 200. So where is that control? That control is in the sales document. Then question is that, sir, why we are putting that interval, that is 100, 200? Okay, so it's ideally 10, so I will put here 10 as it is, and I will show you. If the customer, you create the sales order and customer want to add some material in between, okay, that customer want to add some material in between, for that purpose the SAP is given the, as per the SAP standard, SAP is recommended that there should be gap between two number. Because of that, it is the there is gap. Ideally, as per the for everywhere, as per my experience till now, the gap is from 10, 20, 30 only. That is, number increment should be 10, likewise 10, 20. So let's say I am the user and I want to give at 99 position as a one more customer. So it will change the position and it will be there. Okay, so likewise, I mean, as per the business requirement, they can give the number range. I mean, they can shift or they can add in the sales order. So because of that, it is the there is a gap. Okay, and automatically it should be go upside as per their number. Let me put 222. Sorry. Got it, guys? What is the, that is how the that number range is controlled.
Okay, sir, got it.
And then sub item increment is there. Sub item increment means like 10 number is there. Sub item increment we will discuss later on in the BOM concept and all. So for time being, you should not be worry about that. Sub item increment means what happen, the let's say our main material is the 10, right? Let's say you are purchasing the laptop or computer. Okay, so computer, I'm just giving the example here to understand the sub item concept. Computer is my main material, let's say that is the 10, but inside that computer I am going to purchase the based on that computer. I know the computer price is 30,000. Okay, and inside that computer there is n number of material is there, like sub item, like monitor, then keyboard, then mouse. So it is nothing but the, I mean, the sub item of that particular main material. Okay, 11 it should be likewise. Got it, guys? That is nothing but the, that is the main material, and for that main material there is sub material. It is called as the sub material increment. Okay, we will discuss this later on. Okay, then reference mandatory. What is mean by reference mandatory? Reference mandatory means that I told you various business process to you before this class, business process. Here inquiry, quotation, sales order, delivery and billing. The quotation is created with reference to inquiry. Sales order is created with reference to the quotation. So in the, while creating sales document, if we mandatory that to create that particular sales document, there should be reference mandatory. I will go that, let's say here no reference mandatory required, with reference to inquiry and with reference to the quotation I will put the quotation, because it's my sales order. I will save it. Okay, now what I will do, I will go to the my screen, I mean in sales order creation screen. Okay, I will go back and I will put the sales order. What is the T code to create the sales order? That is VA01, and that's all. So what is the screen is coming? Quotation. So what they are saying here, quotation is mandatory. Okay, earlier we got this screen, we not got this screen, because at that time in the sales document the quotation is not mandatory. So what is the purpose of this field is that if we need any reference mandatory for any document, sometime user may be forward that, I mean to create the quotation and they directly create the sales order. So in this type business, what will do, they will make it as a mandatory. Okay, they will make it as a mandatory. Okay, so because of that it's mandatory is there, so it's not required to me to be as a mandatory. So I will save it. So guys, do you have any question here? I mean it's not getting or confusing. Got it, guys? Hello.
Yes, sir. Got it.
Yeah.
Yes,
Then
sir.
next is the check division and item division. I will one at a time I will explain both the check division and item division. Let me go to the sales order and I will create the sales order. Sorry, here I go back because I changed the I not required the quotation. So now if you check, quotation will not ask to you because I removed from the our sales document type. Here I remove the reference is not mandatory. So what is the check division and item division? Okay, so let me create the sales order and here I put the material customer. Guys, sales document is divided into how many part?
Sub three parts.
Which part? Which are they?
Uh, Sales document, delivery document, and billing document.
That is the what you can sales document. But again, my question is that
Sales document are divided as per the business.
no,
Okay.
listen. Sales document are categorized into three document. Okay,
Okay.
and then again architecture we learn, right? Where is it?
Okay.
Like sales,
Delivery data.
header data, then item data
Delivery
and the
data, item data, and schedule line
schedule
data.
line data. Got it? So if you consider the all the document which are categorized into three types, like we can say sales document, then delivery document, then inquiry document. Okay, in the same way the sales document is categorized into three part, like right, that is header data, item data and schedule line data. Let me show. I get the opportunity here to explain this here. So whatever the information is there, if you see here, like what is there, display document header, right? Got it, guys? Hello, are you with me, guys?
Yes, sir.
So
Yes, sir.
yeah, if you go, I quickly go back here, the header data. So what if I click on that? Okay, so all are the header data. Let me go back, and here if you see all items. Okay, so whatever the information available here, right, that information is nothing but the item data. Got it? That information is nothing but the item data. Now what is the schedule line data? Schedule line data means delivery quantity and confirm delivery date and confirm quantity. So I double click on item. Here we have the schedule line. Here we have the order quantity, confirm quantity, and the delivery date. Okay, so this information is nothing but the schedule line data. Got it? Now we are learning about the I read quickly. Okay, so if you see here, that is the sales area. What is that field? The field is check division and item division. That check division is nothing but what check division? Check division means here check division. Though whatever the what I said, this is the header data. Okay, this is the header data. Check division means whether whatever the division is available, that is sales area, at header data and I click on item data, double click, then I will go to the sales B tab. Here also division is available. Okay, what is division here? LA. Okay, it's the item data, right? It's the item data na, and their division is LA. And one more thing, and here if you check here, okay, it is header data, and here division is the LA. So what system will check? If you click here as a check division, then system will check whether header data division and item data division is same or not. If header data, if we click here, then we will get the message. If it is no match, I mean if the header data and item data is different, then we can, if you click on one, then there will be dialog message. If you click on two, then there, I mean if you select here two, there should be error message. But here we make it as a blank, because whatever the material we have in the sales order, for every material there may be or may not be at item level, division may be same or may not be same. So in real time the division should be blank. Okay, check division should be blank, because whatever the header data is there, that header data division maybe and item data division, we have the n number of items within that sales order. So there is more possibilities that it might be same or may not be same. So because of that, the check division is there and item division is there. So item division means while we check in the sales document that whether we whatever the material is there, if we that material has the division or not. Okay, and one more thing, here item division means if we check this, then we say the system that it should be picked from the material master. Okay, it should be picked from the material master. Got it guys? What is the difference between, I mean here that is check division. If you check here, then it shows that there should not be differ in header division and item division. And if you check the item division means that division should be picked from the material master. Let me show you. In the sales order, I select that material, and here environment display material, and in the display material what is the division? Check here, the division is LA. So from where that division is coming? It is coming from the material master. Okay, then what is the next? It should be, that is division. Then probability. What is the probability? What is the probability means that if we are inquiring, okay, if we are inquiring, what is the path? Inquiry, quotation and sales order. If inquiry is there, we are just going to the do the inquiry. We are just going and do the inquiry. Then there is only, what is the possibility that inquiry is converted into the order? What is the possibility that once that customer is inquire about any product, and there is a chance to convert that customer supposed to be purchase that product or place the order, only 30% chances is there. Okay, in the same time, the next is the quotation. So what is the probability? Here the 30% probability is there. 30% probability is there. It does at the same time, if that customer is asked the quotation, or if you give the quotation to that particular customer, then there is a 70% of chance that customer will place the order. So what is the probability? 70% probability that the customer will place the order. Then order, okay, or sales order. If that sales order is there, it means that customer are going to purchase that product. So what is the probability to purchase the order? That is the 100% probability. What is the probability? It's the 100% probability. So because of that, while in the sales document the probability is the 100%. Let me show you. Okay, because of that here probability is 100%, and we will check for the order, like for standard order it is the 100%, then for invoice correction, that is the order, it is also 100%, and then quotation it is the 70%. Check guys, and if you check for the inquiry, then it is the 30%. So it is just let it give the idea that what is the chances that customer purchase that product. Okay, then we go to the next field. The next field is the read info record. We check here. Okay, let me go to the system, read info record. Okay, so here I am putting that input term, whatever it may be, payment term, I will put the material and quantity. Okay, so guys, observe here, the customer material number is automatically come. From where it is coming? Customer material info record. Okay, if we don't want that customer material number should be populate in the sales order, then we can uncheck this, that is read info record. We can uncheck this. Okay, save it. Now what I will do, I will go to the sales order, and here that customer material is automatically came, and right now I not uncheck that read info record. Okay, I not uncheck the read info record. Let me go back, /n, again create the sales order, and let's see how the system will behave here. Okay, observe it guys here. Earlier that customer material number is automatically came. Now whether that customer material number is came, no came. So here is the control, got it? But it is required for me, so I will select it. Okay, then check credit limit. That check credit limit we will discuss in the separate topic in the credit management. So for time being, like it's check credit limit means let's say we have the credit card. Okay, and based on which basis they supposed to be give the credit card to us, and at what amount, what will be that credit limit that particular customer. So it depends on that particular customer performance, how the customer performance is there. Also based on their transaction, whether their payment, that particular person is making the payment on time or not. So that credit limit is the separate topic, that credit limit and credit group. So we don't worry here, we will discuss this in the credit management topic. Okay, then here check purchase order number. Check purchase order number, what does it mean? If any duplicate purchase order is there, then system will throw the error that there is a purchase order is already created. Okay, so what I will do, I will go for the standard order, that is /n, because somehow we are not able to create a sales order with our order type. So what I will do, I will go back and I put the standard order. So I will show you how the system will behave here. Standard order is there, go to the detail. Okay, what I will do here, I click check purchase order number. Okay, check purchase order number here. What okay, check whether the purchase order number already exists or not, or no check. If you click on check purchase order number, that is A, then I select, I save it, and I will create the one order. One order is already I created. Let me, what is that display order, that is yeah, 20420464. Okay, let me create one order quickly. /NVA01. okay, and our order type is OR, and the sales organization is EA02. Our sales organization not in place, because of that guys I am taking already exist sales organization or order. Okay, let me put the customer from that order only, and here I will give the purchase order number, that is ABC. okay, here purchase order number. A02. Payment term also I will put, because it's mandatory. Okay, I will put the material. Okay, and I save this order. Now that is 20466. What I will do, I will create one more order. If it is not work, then I will go to back and here. What is the warning message? Purchase order number in document number 14145 already exists, because that purchase order number is already exist. Okay, here someone used that sales order number, that is already 14145 sales order number. Let me open. /NVA03 14145, I guess. Not this, 14145. okay, okay, let me check. See guys, here what message we got? Here that purchase order number is in document number is already exist. So here customer get to know that whether they have duplicate purchase order or not. Okay, because of, and from where it's setting, it came from the here read info record, sorry, purchase order number. So I will keep it as no check. Even though purchase order number is duplicate, then there is no need to check. Okay, okay, then let me show you one more thing, if possible. /NVA01 or /NVA03. okay, here what information is there, like we want to display, that is VH03 is a T code to display the sales order, and here is the criteria for which customer, which delivery, which billing document, which material we want to display. So what is our purchase order? ABC. I want to check how many purchase order is there. Okay, for that ABC, and as I am searching it, so you will get the list of the purchase order, list of the sales order which has the purchase order as ABC. So 14145 and 20466, these two we have created na, that is ABC. Okay, so likewise we can check. And one more field is there, like enter PO number. So if I click here enter PO number, because PO number is one of the mandatory field, if PO number in the real time business, purchase order is mandatory while creating the sales order, and if customer is not put the sales order number, at that time system what will we do, system will put their customer number as a PO number. Then what system will we do, system will put the customer number as a PO number. Let me check how it work. We save this and I will create the one more sales order. I will go back PA01. Here OR A02 3AF. Okay, let me put the customer, and I not put their purchase order number, I directly put the number. Let me put the mandatory field. And save it. So 20467 /n VA03 to display the sales order 20467. Guys, here I put the purchase order number, here I not put the purchase order number. So sorry, I correct myself. I told you customer number as a purchase order number, but that is not the thing. So whatever the sales order, if PO number is mandatory, and somehow if we forgotten to put the PO number, then sales order number as a purchase order number here. Okay, got it guys? Sada?
Yes sir, got it.
Okay, so we will stop till here because it will be one day heavy to you. So you just whatever I said,
Yes sir.
you do it and practice it.